Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Rodrigo Araujo. He is the CFO at Cosan. Rodrigo, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Judy. It's always a pleasure to be here with you.
It's wonderful to see you again.
Thank you.
Now you're here today at the New York Stock Exchange. You're at the LatinFinance event that's taking place. What's going on up there? How is the event going?
Oh, the event is going pretty well. We just came out of a panel talking about debt capital markets and what are the prospects for 2024. And I think that the overall view of the companies is optimism with rate cuts, not only in Brazil, but in Latin America as well. So everyone is excited that 24 is expected to be a great year.
Mm-hmm. So now, Rodrigo, congratulations are in order. You recently became CFO at Cosan. So tell me, now that you've recently taken over and you have hit the ground running, tell me, how is Cosan managing a relevant portfolio of companies in Brazil that invest in areas such as agribusiness, oil and gas, and mining? What are your top priorities for this agenda?
I think that first of all, Cosan has a very important CapEx agenda ongoing with the portfolio companies making relevant investments in the agricultural side of Brazil and developing additional infrastructure, natural gas businesses. So we have a lot to do in terms of CapEx. And that, of course, brings at the holdco level a lot of responsibility for capital structure. Right? So I think that the top priority is managing the capital structure, adjusting the capital structure for the CapEx cycle that we're going through, enhancing that profile. Of course, always trying to reduce costs. So that's a little bit of what's in my mind and what we expect to do over the next couple of months.
Now, you just issued $600 million US in bonds. What are going to be the main uses for this money?
So the main use is going to be repaying part of a debt financing structure that we used to acquire an interest in Vale, a Brazilian iron ore mining company. So basically, we're improving the profile by repaying part of that transaction. So we're lengthening a 2.5-year duration to 7.5 years. We actually managed to access the U.S. market in a very favorable timing and very favorable condition. So we are using that basically to repay and lengthen the debt structure so that we continue to capture the upside that we expect from the investment that we made in Vale.
Mm-hmm. All right, and finally, Cosan is known to have a very active portfolio, be an active portfolio manager. Tell me, what would you expect to be the main capital allocation drivers for your portfolio this year and beyond?
Perfect. So we think that now we're comfortable with the portfolio of companies that we have. So we might expect some slight adjustments. For example, IPO in our lubricant business. That is something that's on our mind for the second half of this year. But overall, what we expect to do now is to be able to navigate the CapEx cycle for companies like Raízen, for example, that is investing in the second generation ethanol. That is something that is quite accretive. It solves the food versus fuel dilemma. So it's creating a lot of value to us and to the overall planet and economy. We also expect to continue to invest relevantly in Rumo. That is a company that's the backbone of the agricultural business in Brazil. A lot of the logistics of the agricultural business in Brazil go through Rumo, our railway company. So there's a lot to be done within the portfolio. So our main focus will be maintaining a positive capital structure on the holdco level, doing some share buybacks depending on the timing and the moments. But the main focus now is making sure that the opcos have the cash flow that they need to support the capex growth and that we have the best possible capital structure at the holdco level.
All right, well, sounds like a lot to look forward to at Cosan. And it's wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk again.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, Judy. And I'm very happy with the prospects of Cosan, and we expect 24 to be a great year for us. Thank you for hosting me.
My pleasure.
Thank you.